Good afternoon to one and all. Welcome to sisyaclass. Swagatam మీ sisyaclasses కి ఈ రోజు మన టాపిక్ వచ్చేసి సర్కిల్స్. ఓకే, సో వెల్కమ్ టు ద మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ సిరీస్ ఆఫ్ sisyaclass EAPCET ఎగ్జామ్. అండ్ ఈరోజు మన టాపిక్ సర్కిల్స్. ఓకే, అండ్ ఈరోజు మీకు టాపిక్ స్టార్ట్ చేసే ముందు ఐ వుడ్ ఆల్సో గివ్ యూ సమ్ ఆఫర్స్. రైట్, మేము కొన్ని కొత్త ప్రోగ్రామ్ స్టార్ట్ చేయబోతున్నాము, దట్ టు ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్లీ ఫార్ ద 10th grade పీపుల్ ఫ్రమ్. సో వాళ్ళకి వీ హ్యావ్ ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ ఆఫర్ ఆన్ ద యాప్. సో మేము చూపించబోతున్నాం. సో ప్లీజ్ వెయిట్ అండ్ వాచ్. ఓకే, so first I would like to introduce about myself. My name is Sai Satish. I have done my masters from IIT Palakkad, Kerala. Okay, so I have trained over 50,000 students from past 5 years. Okay, so ikkada meer chuste, so this is the mathematics course which is available from for grade 9 and 10. Okay, so for grade 9 and 10 it's available for only 999 mottam samvasaram tarupuna. For the whole year this is available for only 999. Okay, and mottam course, it is being elaborated, discussed, analyzed and completely driven by Shrikesh sir as well as Ahmad sir and Kaushik. Right, so weelu mathematics experts. Okay, Shrikesh sir is from IIT Gandhinagar, Kaushik is from NIT Calicut and Rishabh sir is from IIT Jodhpur. So these are the people who would be completely devoting the time for you. So exclusive ga, this is the offer that we are giving right now. Idi matuku this is not available on YouTube. Okay, this is available directly on app. కాకపోతే మీరు డైరెక్ట్గా చూడొచ్చు వాళ్ళని. సో ప్లీజ్, ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ నాట్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టిల్ నౌ, సో ప్లీజ్ గో దేర్ అండ్ ఐ విల్ షో యూ మీకు ఎక్కడ ఎలా సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయాలో కూడా మేము చెప్తాము. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అవైలబుల్ ఫర్ 999. సో ప్లీజ్ డూ గెట్ దిస్ ఆఫర్, గ్రాప్ దిస్ ఆఫర్. అండ్ మీకే కాదు, ఐ నో దట్ యు ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ 11th and 12th. సో ఎవరైనా కానీ, ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ సిబ్లింగ్స్ ఆర్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ హూ ఆర్ ఇన్ 9th and 10th grade who want to master entire 9th and 10th grade, so వాళ్ళకి మటుకు ఈ ఆఫర్. సో ఎంటైర్ ఇయర్ for 1000 rupees. ఈవెన్ మీరు ట్యూషన్కి వెళ్ళినా కానీ అంత ఫీజులో 1000 రూపీస్కి ఎవరు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పట్లేదు. దట్ మీన్స్ యూ కెన్ సీ దట్ దిస్ ఈస్ బీన్ దేర్. అంటే 365 డివైడెడ్ బై 999, దాని అర్థం ఏంటంటే ప్రతి రోజుకి ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ 2.5 రూపీస్ యూ ఆర్ జస్ట్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ ఇన్ దిస్. అంటే రోజుకి 2.5 అంటే చాలా చాలా తక్కువ ప్రైస్, రైట్? సో మొత్తం ఇయర్కి 999, ఇట్స్ అ వెరీ వెల్ గ్రాబ్ ఆఫర్, రైట్? సో దీన్ని హౌ కెన్ యూ జస్ట్ డౌన్లోడ్ దిస్ యాప్? సో నేను ఈ లింక్ మళ్ళీ డిస్క్రిప్షన్లో ఉంటుంది. యూ కెన్ స్కాన్ ద QR కోడ్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ డౌన్లోడ్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ గో టు ద ల్యాండ్ పేజ్. నేను అది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను మీకు ఈ జస్ట్ ఇప్పుడే కొద్ది టైంలో. సో if you can, please download, please scan this right now, or else like link will be there in the description, as well as you can directly enroll this offer, right? So I will just show you that. సో ఇది ఇలా ఉంటుంది ల్యాండింగ్ పేజ్. సో మీరు ఆ స్కాన్ చేసినప్పుడు, సో డైరెక్ట్లీ యూ విల్ బీ గెటింగ్ దిస్ సార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఏ ల్యాండ్ పేజ్ వేర్ హియర్, సో వేర్ యూ కెన్ సీ హియర్. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి IIT NIT ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్, సో యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ లెర్న్ ఫ్రమ్ దెమ్. దిస్ ఆఫర్ ఈస్ ఫర్ 9th and 10th, బట్ ఈ యాప్లో రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ క్లాస్ 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ఈవెన్ ఫర్ 1 and 2. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఆల్రెడీ సోల్డ్ అవుట్ అండ్ 11th and 12th ఈస్ ఆల్సో సోల్డ్ అవుట్. సో రైట్ నౌ మీకు ఒకవేళ కానీ ఈ ఆఫర్ అవైలబుల్ ఉంది, దిస్ ఇస్ ఫర్ 9th and 10th. సో క్విక్గా మీ సీట్స్ బుక్ చేసుకోండి అండ్ గెట్ దిస్ ఆఫర్. అండ్ ఫర్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఫర్ ద కంప్లీట్ ఇయర్. Okay, so you can directly go to grade 9 and grade 10 and you can see directly here, you can see enroll now. You can directly enroll by filling in your details, right? So this is how our apps looks like. So ive kaadu, you will be completely engaged with the material as well as the complete course. So please do enroll now, or else share the link with your friends as well as the siblings. Okay. So let's start our session. Okay, let's start our session now, right now. So ee roju topic vachesi circles. Okay, I have completely divided into 2 parts. Ee roju session vachesi complete ga it is there for 2 hours, like 1.5 hour, at least 1.5 hour untundi. So it is complete slot of circles. So ఒకవేళ కానీ మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే ప్లీజ్ డూ లెట్ మీ నో ఇన్ ద కమెంట్ బాక్స్. ఓకే, and yeah, so as of now I have divided into two parts. First is the equation of circles, some special cases of circle and the equation of tangent. Tarvata we are going to learn in the second part the pole and polar, conjugate of points and lines, and the chord of contact, right? And here there are little more inverse of a point and alantivi kuda nechukuntamu. So let's try to start the question. Okay. Okay. Okay, so first ఈ సర్కిల్ ఏంటి, వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్ అబౌట్? ఓకే, సో ఈ పర్టికులర్ సర్కిల్ దాంట్లో ఫస్ట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ మెంట్ బై దిస్ సర్కిల్, రైట్? అండ్ హౌ డు వీ యాక్చువల్లీ ఫైండ్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎ సర్కిల్, హౌ కెన్ వీ యాక్చువల్లీ వీ జనరేట్ ది లోకస్ ఆఫ్ ఎ సర్కిల్, రైట్? సో సర్కిల్ అంటే ఏంటి? సో ఇట్ ఈస్ అ కర్వ్ దట్ ఈస్ బీన్ ట్రేస్డ్ ఇన్ సచ్ ఎ వే ఫ్రమ్ ఎ ఫిక్స్డ్ పాయింట్ టు ఎనీ పాయింట్ ఆన్ ద కర్వ్, ఇట్ విల్ ఆల్వేస్ బీ ఇన్ అన్ ఈక్వల్ డిస్టెన్స్. సో ఏదైనా ఒక ఫిక్స్డ్ పాయింట్ తీసుకోండి. So we'll name in future that fixed point as origin. You already know that. And from the origin, if you try to trace a curve draw cheste, the locus formed in such a way that the distance from this point to any point on the curve will always be equal. So that distance is called the radius, and the curve that has been traced is called the circle. So this is nothing but the circle, right? So ikkada idi manaku chinnappudu nunchi nechukunnam, kani ippudu manaku already you know that already you have learned entire part of circle, but still right now I would like to go back and just give you some sort of glimpses about the circle, right? Ippudu what is the equation of a circle? So equation of a circle is given by x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0, where ఈ equation రావడానికి see there are, we can actually discuss 2-3 ways in which we can arrive to this equation, but right now suppose you have taken a center of the circle which is said to be minus g comma minus f, okay, minus g comma minus f, and you have somehow you can take any circle, right? So I'm just taking, like, you can just try to find out the equation of circle right by taking some h comma k as a center and x comma y as a point, and if you try to actually derive the whole equation of the circle with the another parameter r, and you can land to this equation, right? That is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equals to r square. Somehow the equation of the circle looks like this, right? Where if the circle equation is given by this, what is the center of the circle? ఒకవేళ circle equation ఇదైతే what is the center of the circle? ఎప్పుడైనా ఏం చేయండి, whatever the coefficient of x is there, divide it by 2 and multiply the negative sign. అర్థమైందా? సో సెంటర్ ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాము? x కోఆర్డినేట్ ఇంకా y కోఆర్డినేట్, ఏదైతే x కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఉందో, ఇక్కడ x కోఎఫిషియంట్ అంతా 2g, divided by 2. What is 2g by 2? g, and multiply the negative sign. So it will be minus g comma minus f. So I hope you are clear with this. So what is the center of the circle? It is minus g comma minus f. And what is the radius of the circle? What is the radius of the circle? It is being given by under root of g square plus f square minus c. So simple, an equation of the circle equation is the ventane you can first find out without even actually drawing the circle. You can find what is the center enti minus g comma minus f, and what is the radius under root of g square plus f square minus c. Okay, I hope it is very clear to you. Okay, so intercepts on the axis. Okay, ఇప్పుడు what is meant by intercepts on the axis? Okay, ఒక circle తీసుకుంటే suppose you have taken a circle, right, and it is intersecting at the x-axis. So if you want to know what is the length of this intercept, it is being given by this length AB, or this length AB is given by 2 under root of g square minus c. 2 under root of g square minus c. G ante ee equation nunchi manam find out cheyali. Okay, similar ga if you have a circle like whose intercept has y axis, okay, whose intercept has y axis. So suppose this is CD. So what is the length of this intercept? That is nothing but 2 under root of f square minus c. So it is simple. So intercepts made by the circle on x-axis and y-axis is given by 2 under root of g square minus c, 2 under root of f square minus c. Okay, so this is the equation of the circle, right? Konni particular cases unnayi. So I have listed out all the things. Eppudaina gaani circle, if it is having the center as origin 0, 0, then it is directly x square plus y square equals to a square, which you already know, where a square represents actually the radius of the circle. The next one is if the circle is passing through origin, eppudaina gaani circle passing through origin veru, center veru. when it is passing through origin ante enti, circumference of the circle is just touching the origin. When I'm saying center of the circle is origin, that means the center is at the origin, right? So this, when the circle is passing through the origin, that means you will be having the constant to be 0. Constant undadu. Mottam equation lo okavela meer తీసుకుంటే x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. This is actually the equation of circle. Whenever it is passing to the center of the circle, this will be equal to 0. Okay, so that is what I meant to say. Okay, ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ మళ్ళీ క్వశ్చన్ చూడండి. వెనెవర్ ద సర్కిల్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ద సెంటర్ ఆన్ ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్. నౌ ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ పైన ఎలా ఉంటుంది కోఆర్డినేట్స్? ఇట్ విల్ బీ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ a, 0 or x, 0 or alpha, 0. Something you have the x coordinate, that is abscissa, but there is no ordinate. So using that, if you have to find the equation of a circle with radius r where the center is lying on x axis, then you have x square plus y square minus 2ax equals to 0. Okay, minus 2ax equals to 0. So here you can directly find out what is the center of the circle, right? What is the center of the circle is nothing but a, 0. Okay, center is nothing but, ela find out చేస్తారు ఇక్కడ కూడా, it's a small task. Here itself you can see. ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ ఏదైతే కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఉందో, ఇక్కడ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఏంటి? -2a. దీన్ని ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేయండి? డివైడ్ బై 2. సో దీన్ని డివైడ్ బై 2 చేస్తే ఎంత? దిస్ విల్ బి -a. దీనికి మళ్ళీ నెగిటివ్ సైన్ మల్టిప్లై చేయండి, దట్ విల్ బి పాజిటివ్ a. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ యూ గెట్. సో డివైడ్ బై 2 మల్టిప్లై మైనస్. So that is what. And there is anything in y coefficient? Nothing. So that is the reason it lies purely on the x-axis. So this is the first case. Similarly, the vice versa case is when it actually passes through the, when the center lies on the y-axis. So we have x square plus y square minus 2ay equals to 0. The same case. Now the point form. Okay, idi gurtu pettukondi. This we will be using rigorously this sort of a form. Okay. దీన్ని జనరల్గా S1తో డినోట్ చేస్తుంటాడు. యాక్చువల్గా ఒక్కొక్క టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ ఒక్కొక్కలా ఫాలో అవుతారు. ఓకే, సో ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ ట్రీటింగ్ దిస్ యాజ్ S1. ఓకే, దిస్ నొటేషన్ యాజ్ S1. అండ్ కొంతమంది దే విల్ బీ యూజింగ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ S11. ఇట్స్ అప్ టు దెమ్, లైక్ హౌ ఎవర్ దే యూజ్. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ సైన్ యాజ్ S1 నాకు గుర్తున్నంత వరకు. సో నౌ ఈ S1 అంటే వీ విల్ బీ యూజింగ్ హౌ టు ఫైండ్ ద పోల్, హౌ టు ఫైండ్ ద కార్డ్ ఆఫ్ కాంటాక్ట్, ఇలా చాలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఈవెన్ when there is a chord, it is having a midpoint, you can also find what is the equation of the chord. So ilanti cases lo S1 ante entante, I'll just let you know what is S1. So there is some point p x1 comma y1. So the equation of a tangent, this is actually specifically this is an equation of tangent. Ippudu oka circle undi where it is having a point of contact which is x1 comma y1. Okay, the equation of the circle is being given by this. So this is the equation of circle, right? Now if you have to find what is the, so let's take this point to be p. Okay, what is the tangent, equation of a tangent passing through the point p which is touching at, like, what is the equation of tangent which is touching at point p? Okay, so if you want to find that, appudu em cheyalante దీన్ని we can directly find it out. దీన్ని ఏం చేయండి అంటే ఈ ఫామ్ లో ఉంటుంది, x1 ప్లస్ y1 ప్లస్ g. ఇక్కడ g మటుకే ఉంది, మన ఈక్వేషన్లో ఏముంటుంది? 2g. దాన్ని ఏం చేయండి? డివైడ్ బై 2g టైమ్స్ మళ్ళీ ఏం చేయండి? x ప్లస్ ఏదైతే ఈ వాల్యూ ఉందో 1, 2, 2, 3 ఏదైతే ఉందో ఆ నెంబర్ రాసేయండి. సో దట్ విల్ బి x1 మళ్ళీ f ని డివైడ్ బై 2f టైమ్స్ y ప్లస్ y1 ప్లస్ c. ఓకే, సో x1 ప్లస్ y1 plus g times of x plus x1 plus f times of y plus y1 plus c. So this is nothing but the equation of a tangent when it is actually touching the circle at p x1 comma y1. So this is directly a formula for you, right? So similarly, I have taken some even typically some important cases also. What is the equation, combined equation of a tangent? So if we have a point p x1 comma y1, what is the pair of equation? What is the pair of tangents which are passing through this point PQ and R? So what is the pair of tangent equation that is being given by? So ikkada vaadu తీసుకున్న notation చూడండి, ikkada vaadu S1 తీసుకున్నాడు. So I generally denote it by S11, but ikkada S1 తీసుకుంటున్నాడు. It's okay, whatever the notation that you are following you can follow. ప్రతి ఒక్కడు, you have your own textbook, you have your own thing, so you are the author of that book, so you can follow your own notation. So ikkada vaadu aa notation తీసుకుంటున్నాడు. So just take, this is nothing but circle equation times a point, ఏదైతే ఈ పాయింట్ ఉందో ఆ పాయింట్ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసి is equals to, here he is taking this as t square. Okay, I just mentioned it as s1 square. So whatever the thing that is possible you can take. Okay, now the length of the tangent is given by, so length of the tangent, so ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఒక పాయింట్ ఉంది, you already know from your 10th grade also, the tangent drawn from the exterior point to the circle, the length of the tangent remains same. అది direct గా congruency use చేసి కూడా prove చేయొచ్చు, but it doesn't matter over this point of time. Okay, so hi circles all topics చెప్తారు. Yeah, I'll say you all the topics in the circle. Okay, so whatever the possibility is there within this 1.5 hour, అన్ని టాపిక్స్ చెప్పడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాను. In case even if I'm left out with a speck of the topic, I would like to continue in the some class. I would like to accommodate it. Okay, so I would like to completely devote my time right now for the circles. So stay tuned for 1.5 hour right with me. So ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, how do we find the length of the tangent? How do we find the length of the tangent? So length of the tangent ఎలా find out చేస్తాం? So there is a point P. So this is being given by x1 comma y1. Here is the equation of the circle. Sum x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. So the length of this tangent is given by under root s11. S11 అంటే ఏం చేయండి, డైరెక్ట్ గా ఈ x1 y1 ని డైరెక్ట్ గా సర్కిల్ ఈక్వేషన్ లో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి, దీంట్లో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి. సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసినప్పుడు దాని రూట్ తీసుకోండి. That will be under root of s11. Okay, so I hope you followed. The length of the tangent is given by directly under root of s11. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, next. Now you should see the angle of intersection. Okay, ఇప్పుడు రెండు circles intersect అయితున్నప్పుడు at what angle these two circles are intersecting? Now when I say that two curves are intersecting, two curves intersect అయినప్పుడు angle ఏంటి అనేది it's a weird question. That means we already know that we have even seen in tangents and normals, ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ రెండు circles తీసుకుంటున్నప్పుడు they might be intersecting at some point, right? So what is at the point of intersection? Now if you try to draw a tangent, right? If you try to draw a tangent, what is the angle at which these two tangents are inclined? Is nothing but the angle between the two circles. It is directly given by the formula cos theta is equals to r1 square plus r2 square minus d square by 2 r1 r2. Now ఈ r1 r2 ఏంటి, radius of the first circle and this is the radius of the second circle, right? And d అంటే ఏంటి, ఈ రెండు సెంటర్స్ నుంచి ఎంత దూరంలో ఈ సెంటర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, that you can directly find out that d is nothing but the distance from the center 1 and center 2. Okay, I hope this formula is very clear. We can derive this formula. Right now we don't have that luxury to derive, but still this is a direct formula. మీరు డైరెక్ట్గా నోట్ డౌన్ చేసుకోండి. ఆల్రెడీ ఇలాంటి ఫార్ములా ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్లో కూడా యూస్ చేసి ఉంటారు. సో యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ సీ దిస్ ఫార్ములా. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ బిట్వీన్ ద టూ సర్కిల్స్. నౌ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ ఇఫ్ టూ సర్కిల్స్ ఆర్ ఇంటర్సెక్టింగ్ ఆర్థోగోనలీ. అంటే ఒకవేళ కానీ టూ సర్కిల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, నౌ దీస్ టూ సర్కిల్స్ ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ an angle of 90 degree, right? Having an angle of 90 degree. So from that thing you can actually divide. Actually cos theta is equals to r1 square plus r2 square minus d square. So from there only you can derive. So ikkad nunchi kuda derive cheyochu. Cos theta is equals to r1 square plus r2 square minus d square by 2 r1 r2. Cos 90 enta? Cos 90 0. So this will completely be 0. So I can just here I can say r1 square plus r2 square is equals to d square. Okay, r1 square plus r2 square equals to d square. ఇక్కడ నుంచే we can directly find out. ఇక్కడ నుంచి r1 అంటే ఏంటి, under root of g square plus f square minus c square. ఇక్కడ r2 అంటే ఏంటి, మళ్ళీ under root of. అక్కడ నుంచి we can directly find out this relation, that is 2g1 g2 plus 2f1 f2 is equals to c1 plus c2. So whenever two circles are orthogonally inclined, that means that they need to definitely satisfy this relation 2g1 g2 2f1 f2. 2g1 g2 అంటే ఏంటి, ఇక్కడ సెంటర్ ఏంటి minus g minus f. ఇక్కడ so this is minus g1 minus f1 minus g2 minus f2. So I hope మీకు ఇవన్నీ తెలుసు already. How to find the center of the circle, how to find the radius of the circle. So this is the direct formula whenever the two circles are inclined at 90 degree. Now ఇప్పుడు we will be learning for what if two circles are taken, what are the different common tangent and transverse tangent, and also the position of these two circles. ఈ circles కూడా ఎలా రెండు ఇంక్లైన్ అయి ఉంటాయి అనేది కూడా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, ఒక టూ సర్కిల్స్ తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. సి వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఇన్ విచ్ టూ సర్కిల్స్ కుడ్ బి రిలేటెడ్. ఎయిదర్ ద ఫస్ట్ కేస్ మైట్ బి టూ సర్కిల్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ వేర్ దే ఆర్ అపార్ట్, వేర్ దే ఆర్ at some distance. Okay, now so this is one case. Where the second case is you are taking the circle and you are taking another circle where it is just inclining, that is which they are just touching, and the next one is you are taking another circle and you are taking another circle. So this is the second one, and the last one is that if you are taking the other one, the last one is not the last one, like yeah. So you have the circle where the circle is touching, but it is touching internally at one point. So here the circles which are apart from each other, here the circles are externally touching, here the circles are intersecting at each other, here the circles are internally touching. Well, the last case would be that the circles are not at all touching, but they are inside each other, right? So something like this, they are not at all touching, right? So these are the 4 cases. So in the first case, if you see here, I have this circle radius is r1 and this circle radius is r2, right? So if you try to take the distance between these two centers, ee rendu centers madhyalo enta distance undi ante, it will be the center c1 and c2 is greater than r1 plus r2. Okay, so ikkada chudandi, eppudaina gaani ee center oka distance c1 c2 distance, if it is greater than ee r1 inka r2 ni add chesina gaani center distance greater unnappudu, then we have this case, right? And at this point of time, you can see how many tangents you can draw. Any tangents draw cheyochu ante common tangents. When I say tangents, what are the different common tangents you can draw? Now if you can draw the tangents, ippudu oka question kuda arrange cheyochu. From here also you can find one more question. Okay, I will just let you know in a second. So if you can draw, this is the tangents which are externally meeting out of the two circles, these are called the direct common tangent. And the tangents which could be drawn between the two circles are called the transverse tangent. ఏదైతే రెండు సర్కిల్స్ మధ్యలో ఉంటుందో దాన్ని ట్రాన్స్వర్స్ టాంజెంట్స్ అంటారు. ఏదైతే డైరెక్ట్ గా టచ్ అవుతుందో దాన్ని, so that is called the direct common tangent. Okay, this is the externally with whatever the tangent it is drawing, it is called direct tangent. The tangents which are internally touching is called the transverse tangent. Okay, yeah, okay, transverse common tangent. Okay, the next one, if c1 c2 equals to r1 plus r2 ante rendu touch aitunayi at only one point, that time we have totally 3 common tangents. Ee case lo meer chuskunte 4, ee case lo chuskunte only 3. Okay, that is nothing but c1 c2, ఈ సెంటర్ నుంచి ఎంతైతే డిస్టెన్స్ c1 c2 మధ్యలో ఉంటుందో టూ సెంటర్స్ కి r1 కూడా అంతే డిస్టెన్స్ లో ఉంటుంది. చూడండి, దిస్ ఇస్ r1 and this is also r2. So if you see that c1 c2, the distance is nothing but equal to r1 plus r2. అప్పుడు ఎన్ని tangents draw చేయొచ్చు? 3. That is 2 direct common tangent, these are 2, and there is only one transverse tangent, that is this. Okay, that is given by, the equation is given by s1 minus s2. Okay, the equation is directly given by s1 minus s2. Similar ga, whenever we have this c1 c2 is being oscillating between రెండు రేడియస్ మధ్యలో ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ చూస్తే c1 ఇంకా c2 డిస్టెన్స్, okay, this c1 and c2 distance is less than r1 and r2. In the case lo enti circles are just touching at one point, so the c1 c2 distance equal to r1 plus r2. But when they are actually intersecting, that means we have the c1 c2 is less than r1 plus r2. And the other case is if r1 minus r2 is less than c1 c2, that time we have this case, okay, where the circles are intersecting. Okay, now ikkada we have 3. If we have only 2 direct tangents, endukante this will be the common chord, and the equation of common chord is given by s1 minus s2. So this is the direct common tangent. So we have only 2 direct common tangent. So ikkada chudandi, when c1 c2 is exactly equals to mod r1 minus r2, when the circles are touching internally, then you can say this is nothing but there is only one common tangent. Okay, so that is also given by s1 minus s2. I hope ikkada varaku anta clear. Tarvata inkoka possibility entante, ఇందాక నేను చెప్పిన ఒక స్పెషల్ కేస్ ఏంటంటే సర్కిల్స్ ఎప్పుడు టచ్ కావు, సో దెర్ ఇస్ నో పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ డిస్కషన్. దట్ ఈస్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, if you have the circles in this pattern, there is no point of intersection, there is no way that you can draw a tangent where both could have the common tangent, right? So this case we don't have any common tangent. This is a case where c1 c2 is less than mod r1 minus r2. Okay, so this is that case. ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఇంకొక చిన్న కేస్, ఐ జస్ట్ వాంటెడ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ దట్ కేస్ ఆల్సో. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ సార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఎ 2 సర్కిల్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ ఆఫ్ ఈక్వల్ రేడియస్ అండ్ which are of equal radius, so that time what we can do is the direct common tangents are parallel. Okay, and the transverse tangents are anyway like this. So this is how it looks. ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ రెండు సర్కిల్స్ ఒక సేమ్ రేడియస్ ఉంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి, డైరెక్ట్ టాంజెంట్స్ ఎప్పుడు బయటకు ఉండేవి ప్యారలల్ గా ఉంటాయి. సో దట్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు సే. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ బట్ స్టిల్ ఐ జస్ట్ సెడ్. ఇప్పుడు లెట్స్ ట్రై టు డూ సమ్ క్వశ్చన్స్. మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే ప్లీజ్ డూ లెట్ మీ నో. Hi. Circles weightage. See, the circle weightage is again, it is between 3 to 4. Okay, it is between 3 to 4 marks. So like quite good weightage only. So you can focus circles, parabola, hyperbola, everything oscillates in that weightage only. So yeah, so is it clear? This is Deva. Yeah. Now the circumference of a circle passing through the point 4, 6 with two normals, okay, represented by 2x minus 3y plus 4 and x plus y minus 3. Normal ante enti? Normal ante it is a line that is perpendicular to the tangent. So eppudaina gurtu pettukondi, the tangents, the normals of any point at a point, okay, the normal at any point of a point on the circle always passes through the origin. Then అర్థం ఏంటి, ఒకవేళ నేను ఇలా ఒక tangent తీసుకున్నాను అనుకోండి, sorry my bad, this is the wrong figure, but if I have taken a tangent like this and if I have taken another tangent like this, so whatever the normal that you actually draw, okay, ఏదైనా నార్మల్ మనం ఇక్కడ డ్రా చేసినప్పుడు, సో ద నార్మల్ will always pass through origin, and actually this is one of the way to actually even plot the origin of the circle, right? So normals are always passing through the center of the circle. So idi normal, idi kuda normal, okay, so these are the two normals. So he has given some random picture like this, 2x minus 3y plus 4, x plus y minus 3, ఈ రెండు నార్మల్స్ అంటున్నాడు. రెండు నార్మల్స్ అంటే నార్మల్ పాసెస్ త్రూ ఆరిజిన్. సో క్విక్గా మీరు ఏం చేయండి, ఫాస్ట్గా నార్మల్స్ని డైరెక్ట్గా ట్రై టు ఫైండ్ అ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ టూ పాయింట్స్ క్విక్గా. ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ యూ సమ్ టైమ్, ప్లీజ్ డూ లెట్ మీ నో. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ట్రై టు ఫైండ్ ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ టూ సర్కిల్స్. ఓకే, సో వీ హ్యావ్ 2x minus 3y plus 4 equals to 0. Find a point of intersection. This is x plus y minus 3 equals to 0. Quick ga cheyandi, multiply 2, 2x 2y minus 6. So if you try to just subtract, so this will become minus 5y plus 6, so plus 10 equals to 0. So y equals to 2. So I got the value of y to be 2. Immediately substitute in any one of the equation. If y is 2, 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So x equals to 1. So I have my center of the circle to be 2, 1. I hope it's clear. నేను ఏం చేసా, ఈ రెండు లైన్స్ ఇలా ఉన్నాయి. This is the first equation, this is the second equation. I am taking the point of intersection which passes through the center. Normals pass through center. ఇప్పుడు వాడు అడుగుతుంది ఏంటి, circumference of the circle passing through point 4, 6. I already got the center of the circle. This is not 2, 1, this is 1, 2. So ఇది 1, 2 ఎందుకంటే x, so x is, this is 1 and this is 2. Okay, x is 1, 2. Now what is the distance? See, he is saying this point is passing through 4, 6. ఇప్పుడు క్విక్గా రేడియస్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయండి. హౌ డూ యూ ఫైండ్? అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 4 minus 1 square, under root of 6 minus 2 square, right? That is how you find the radius of the circle. So radius is given by under root of 4 minus 1, that will be 3 square, and 6 minus 2 square, that will be 4 square. So under root of 3 square plus 4 square is under root 25, which is equals to 5. So the radius of the circle is how much? 5. What is the circumference of the circle? 2 pi r, 2 into pi into 5. So that will be 10 pi. Okay, the circumference is given by 2 pi r, so which is equals to 2 pi into 5. So that will be equals to 10 pi. Okay, I hope it is clear. Please do let me know if you have any doubts. Okay, yeah, right. So see the next question. If the circle is x square plus y square plus 2 alpha x plus 2y minus 8 and manaki ee rendu equations unnai, he is asking these two are intersecting orthogonally, then the distance between their center is, చూడండి ఇక్కడ this is the circle of equation 1. okay, so can you say me for this circle 1, so what is the center? Center ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి? ఏదైతే కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ x ఉందో దాన్ని డివైడ్ బై 2 చేసి we need to multiply the minus sign. So this will be minus alpha, ఎందుకంటే 2 alpha divided by 2, that will be minus alpha. What will be this? 2y divided by 2, which will be 1, and just multiply minus 1. And what is the center for this C2? So this will become divide by 2, that will be minus 1, and multiply again minus, so that will become plus 1, comma, and what will be this? Alpha by 2. okay, so alpha by 2 and multiply minus, so that will become minus alpha by 2. So we have these two circles, that is center 1 and center 2. Now these two are intersecting orthogonally. Now first, how do we find, what is the relation if two circles are intersecting orthogonally? ఇందాక నేను చెప్పా 2g1 g2 plus 2f1 f2 is equals to c1 plus c2. సో డైరెక్ట్గా మీరు అది చేసేయచ్చు, 2 c1 c2 and plus 2 f1 f2. From that relation you can directly find out. So g1 is minus g comma minus f center, so we don't even have to find this. Okay, the distance, okay, later on we can capitalize that. But g1 ante enta, ikkada g1 enta, this is alpha. Okay, that is alpha, and g2 from here it is directly minus 1 plus 2f. Okay, 2f enta, ikkada nunchi this will be 2 times of 1, and f2 will be alpha by 2. Okay, f2 will be alpha by 2 is equals to, what is c1 plus c2? c1 enta minus 8, c2 enta minus 14. So that will become minus 8 minus 14. Minus 8 minus 14. Okay, so directly from here you can write 2 minus 2 alpha, so you can cancel alpha. So this will be equals to minus 22. Sorry, minus 22. So here it will become minus alpha is equals to minus 22. Minus gets cancelled. So the alpha value is how much? Alpha is equals to 22. So once you have the alpha value, you can directly find out the distance. That is the distance between minus 22 comma minus 1 and 1 comma minus 11. ఈ రెండింటి మధ్యలో distance find out చేయండి, then you will be getting the answer. Under root of 1 minus 22, that will be under root of 21 square, under root 23 square plus minus 11 plus 1, that will be 100. Okay, so that will be something in terms of 9 only. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ క్లియర్గా చూడండి, 1 plus 22, that will be 23 square. Okay, plus minus 11 plus 1, that will be 10 square. So ఇక్కడ చూడండి, 23 square అంటే 9 వస్తుంది, సంథింగ్ 9 వస్తుంది ఎండ్లో, 10 square అంటే 100. సో 9 plus 0 సంథింగ్ 9. సో ఇన్ ద యూనిట్స్ ప్లేస్ యూ హ్యావ్ 9, ఇక్కడ ఏదో గార్బేజ్ వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ద ఆప్షన్స్, ద ఓన్లీ ఆప్షన్ ఇస్ అండర్ రూట్ 629. ఇది ఒక వే చేయడానికి. కెన్ యూ సే మీ, ఈస్ దేర్ ఎనీ అదర్ వే వీ కెన్ డూ మచ్ మోర్ క్వికర్ దెన్ దిస్? కెన్ వీ కమ్ అవుట్ విత్ ఎనీ అదర్ ట్రిక్ వేర్ వీ కెన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ మచ్ మోర్ క్వికర్? We can still do, but think about it using the formula, because cos theta is equals to r1 square plus r2 square equals to d square. akkadi nunchi kuda direct chesayochu, but this is one of the conventional way that you can actually solve. I hope this is clear, right? Okay, now see the next one. A triangle PQR is inscribed in a circle x square plus y square equals to 25, and q is equals to 3 by 4, r is equals to minus 4 by 3. So what is the angle QPR? Angle QPR. So we have this. Okay, we have a circle like this. Ila circle undi, center undi. Okay. So now we have the center to be the origin, that is 0, 0, and we have 2 points, 3, 4. This is 3, 4, and this is minus 4, 3. This is minus 4, 3. Okay, ila rendu points unnai. Ee rendu points ekkada unnai? This is Q and this is R. Now he is asking what is the angle QPR. So there is another point P. Okay, there is another point P. Okay, we don't know what is that point. So QPR. Okay. So he is asking what is this angle. Ee angle enta ani adugutunnadu. So he is asking this angle. What is this angle? So but before that, what we'll try to do is, we know one relation from our 10th grade, right? ఈ రెండు యాంగిల్స్ మధ్యలో we already know that whatever the angle is here, this angle will be double, or whatever the angle that is being, the angle subtended by the arc at the center is, the arc at the center is double the angle subtended by the any point on the circle, right? That is what the theorem is. So ఒకవేళ కానీ ఇక్కడ కానీ if we have some angle, suppose if the angle here is alpha, this will be 2 alpha. That is what he is saying. Or if the angle over here is alpha, this will be alpha by 2. దాంట్లో సగం ఉంటుంది. So first ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తారు? ఈ యాంగిల్ ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తారు? Whatever the angle that you are getting over here, just do the half of it. Okay, but how do we find here the angle? Please take down this formula. Already మళ్ళీ properties of triangles లో we can find the this sort of a formula again and again. ఇందాక మనం చూసిన we have seen the angle between two circles, the same formula we are using, but in a different pattern. Okay, so here you see I can take cos theta, let this angle be theta. Okay, the cos theta is nothing but if you take this origin to be O, so OQ square, that will be R1 square plus OP square, OR square minus QR square, R1 square plus R2 square minus D square by 2 R1 R2. So that will be 2 OQ and that will be OR. direct ga from the first circle, so from here what will be the distance of OQ? What will be distance of OQ? OQ is equals to, this will be 5, and what will be the distance of OR? Because the radius of the circle itself is 5, so OR distance is also equals to 5. So from here 5 square plus 5 square 25. What will be the distance between QR? E distance enta? What will be the distance? Under root of -4 minus 3, so that will be -7, 49, and under root of plus 49 plus 3 minus 4, that will be -1, so under root 50. So the value of QR, I am directly writing, it is under root 50. Okay, I hope ikkada varaku meeku clear. So this is 5, this is 5, and this is root 50. Directly substitute in the formula. So cos theta is equals to under root, so this will become 5 square 25 plus 25 minus 50 by 2 into 5 into 5. So this will become, this completely gets cancelled, this completely is equals to 0. So for which angle of theta this cos theta will be equals to 0? Theta is equals to 90. Ippudu the angle subtended at the center, ikkada angle enta 90. If it is here 90, what is the angle subtended at any point on the circle? This will be half of it, which is equals to 45, or you can call it as pi by 4. It doesn't matter. So the answer is pi by 4. It is option C. I hope it's clear. Meeku emana doubts unte please do let me know. Hi everyone. Okay. Yeah. Now see the next question. See the next question. A normal is drawn at 1, 1 to the circle x square plus y square minus 4x plus 6y minus 4. So now we want to find what is the normal. Okay, simple, chala simple. This is the question that came in 2024 May. Okay, so second set lo ochindi AP dantlo. చాలా సింపుల్, ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు చాలా ఫాస్ట్గా చేసేయచ్చు, చాలా ఈజీగా చేసేయచ్చు. సో ఏం చేయండి అంటే ఫస్ట్ టేక్ ద సర్కిల్, యూ హ్యావ్ ద సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ద సర్కిల్. సెంటర్ ఏంటి క్విక్గా చెప్పండి, ఇక్కడ -2, and this one is -3. Okay, and now he's saying the normal is at 1, 1. మీకు ఆల్రెడీ తెలుసు the normal always passes through the center of the circle. So you have 2 points, you need to find the equation of a circle. So y minus 1 is equals to m. So that will be y minus y1 is equals to y2 minus y1, -3 minus 1, -4 by, this will be 2 minus 1, that will be 1. So this will become y minus 1 is equals to -4x plus 4. So this will become 4x minus y minus 5 equals to 0, or 4x minus y, I think I did all the calculation perfectly, minus, okay, so yeah, so this will become 2, minus 3, y minus y1 is equals to m into m is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, 2 minus 1. So y minus 1 is equals to minus 4x plus 4. So 4x plus y, okay, 4x plus y minus 5. So the answer is option B. Okay, it's clear. So this is option B. So 5 at is clear. See the next question, the parametric equation. Now parametric equation ante, there is the way that you can actually parameterize the points, like, or the curve, right? Parameterization ante meeku already telusu, parabola gaani edaina curves gaani you can always represent in the form of the other coordinates in order to have a sophistication tool for finding the area, vice versa, some things. Okay, so ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, whenever you want to find the parametric form, please take this as a note point. If you have a circle in the form of x square plus y square equals to r square, అంటే circle passing through origin, directగా the parametric form is in the form of x equals to r cos theta, y is equals to r sin theta. Please note down this is important. ఒకవేళ కానీ if we have so this is one of the important step. If we have the circle equation in the form of x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0, ఆ కేస్ లో x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. Appudu you have the parametric form as x equals to minus g plus r cos theta, y is equals to minus f plus r sin theta. This is just like, shifting the coordinates, okay, in order to nullify. So ala anukochu, that is one of the way. Okay, so this is how. So ikkada r entamma, so x square plus y square equals to 9. So from here you can say x square plus y square is equals to 9 by 2, but this is nothing but r square. R square is 9 by 2. What is the value of r? So you have the r square to be 9 by 2. So the r value will be equals to, r is equals to under root under root 9 by 2, which is equals to 3 by root 2, right? 3 by root 2. So from here you have r is equals to 3 by root 2, x equals to r cos theta. So 3 by root 2 cos theta, 3 by root 2 sin theta. So you can take any of this. So from here we got the answer to be option C. So you can take x equals to r cos theta, y is equals to r sin theta, anything you can take. So still the answer remains same. Okay, yeah. Next. So angle between the circles are x square plus y square minus 4x. X square plus y square minus 4x minus 6y. The angle between the circles. Direct question, angle between the circles. First dinki, so again quickly find out what is the center of the circle. C is nothing but 2 comma 3. So this is C1. And what is the center of the second circle? This will be minus 4 comma 2. Okay, minus 4 comma 2. Okay, now what is the radius of the first circle? R1 is equals to under root of g square plus f square minus c. So 4 plus 9, 13 minus c. So 4 plus 9 plus 3. Okay, so that will be under root 16. Direct find out that will be equal to 4. So we'll just keep that aside. R2 will be under root of 16 4 square plus 4 minus 11. So this will be 20 minus 11. That will be under root 9. So let's not just convert this as of now. So cos theta formula enti malli rastunna. R1 square plus R2 square minus D square by 2 R1 R2. ఇక్కడ మీరు డైరెక్ట్ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి. అండర్ రూట్ 16 వాల్యూ ఎంత 4. సో దట్ విల్ బి 4, దట్ విల్ బి అండర్ రూట్ 16 స్క్వేర్, దట్ విల్ బి అగైన్ 16. అండర్ రూట్ 9 స్క్వేర్, దట్ విల్ బి అగైన్ 9. అండ్ మైనస్ డి ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తారు? వాట్ ఇస్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ C1 అండ్ C2? సో యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ దిస్ డి ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ C1 C2 మధ్యలో ఉన్న డిస్టెన్స్. సో దట్ విల్ బి అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ 2 plus 4, that will be 6 square plus 3 minus 2, that will be 1 square. So that will be under root 37. Okay, so d square value enta, this will be equals to under root 37 square, that will be 37. So you can take modulus also, because in order to have this angle intact. Okay, now 2 r1 r2 enta, 2 r1 enta 4, r2 enta 9. So 2 into 4, 3, 2 into 4, 8, 8 into 3 is 24. So the up value is minus 12 by 24. So this value will be equals to 1 by 2. So for which value of cos theta it will be equals to 1 by 2? A value kuntundi, please cheppandi, tondar cheppandi. You can just say for which value of theta it will be equals to 1 by 2. It is cos 60 degree, that is equals to pi by 3. Answer is A. Now, see the next question. If a pair of tangents drawn to the circle from the point 10, 4 are perpendicular, then A is. Now, this is also one of the important question. Chudandi, ikkada oka circle undi. Okay. Now, you have tangent like this. Okay, you have tangent like this. He is saying these two tangents, this is point 10, 4. Ee rendu tangents madhyalo angle enta 90 antunnadu. Okay, 90. He is asking what is the value of A. So he is asking indirectly what is the radius, right? Radius. ఎందుకంటే this is in the form of x square plus y square. So you already know the center is 0, 0 and this is R. So this is A. Okay, this is A. And if you try to join this, the angle, the line joining from the center to the point, from the exterior point, this is already, these two are congruent. So from here we can say that these two angles are equal. Ee rendu angles equal untayi. So with mottham 90 ante it will actually bisect the whole angle. So this will be 45 degree, this will also be 45 degree. Yes. So from here we can say that tan 45 is nothing but, so this is the hypotenuse. So if you see here, tan 45 is nothing but opposite by adjacent. So that will be A by this length. This length is, let's take this point to be some P and this point to be some Q. Okay, so this OQ by QPQ will be same. Okay, so from here tan 45 is equals to this. Inkokati, can you find out what is the length of the tangent? Length of the tangent ela find out cheyali? So write down one note point. Already nenu cheppanu. Ee PQ length, okay, length of tangent. Ikkada rastunna note point, length of tangent is given by under root S11. అంటే ఈ పాయింట్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఆ పాయింట్ డైరెక్ట్గా సర్కిల్ ఈక్వేషన్లో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి. సో దట్ విల్ బి అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్, సో దిస్ విల్ బి, సో యూ హ్యావ్ అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్, యూ హ్యావ్ ద పాయింట్ P టు బి 10, 4. ఓకే, 10, 4 సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి. 10 square plus 4 square. 10 square is 100, 4 square is 116. So 116 minus A square. I hope ఈ నోటేషన్ మీకు క్లియర్ అనుకుంటా. ఓకే, ఆల్రెడీ మీకు మీ బోర్డ్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో కూడా మీకు 11th and 12th లో ఏదైతే సినాప్సిస్లో ఉంటుందో అక్కడ కూడా యూ కెన్ సీ దిస్ ఫార్ములా. దిస్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ అండర్ రూట్ S11. ఇది సర్కిల్ ఈక్వేషన్ ఇస్ ట్రీటెడ్ యాజ్ S11 అంటే డైరెక్ట్గా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి. 10 square plus 4 square, that will be 100 plus 116, so that will be 116 minus a square. That will be the length of the tangent, right? Now he is saying, so ikkada meer chuste, if you try to see tan 45, okay, how to go. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చూడండి, tan 45 is equals to you have, that is the radius, that is I have taken it as OQ by PQ. Okay, OQ radius enta A, okay, radius is A, and PQ distance is under root of 116 minus a square. Can tan 45 value enta 1, so which is equals to under root of 116 minus a square. So squaring on both sides, that will be 116 minus a square is equals to a, so a square, so 116 is equals to 2a square, so the a square value is equals to 116 by 2, so that will be, I think it is 58, so a value is equals to under root 58. Clear? Simple, easy. Ikkada chudandi malli. So we have under root 58. So first ఏం చేసా, ఈ కంప్లీట్ యాంగిల్ వాడు అంటున్నాడు the pair of tangents are perpendicular, so the angle at which it is intersecting is 45 degree 45 degree. From here you can actually find out tan 45 is nothing but opposite by adjacent, so a by this will be under root of 116 minus a square. ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది? డైరెక్ట్గా ఈ ఫార్ములా కూడా నోట్ డౌన్ చేసుకోండి, అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ స్టడీడ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ ఫార్ములా. సో ఎక్కడెక్కడైతే నేను ఫార్ములా చెప్తున్నానో ప్లీజ్ నోట్ డౌన్ దట్ ఫార్ములాస్, రైట్? నౌ let's see the next point, right? See the next question. If theta is the angle between the two tangents drawn from the point 2, 3 to the circle x square plus y square minus 6x, then theta value equals to, okay, he's saying the angle between the tangents drawn from the point 2, 3 to the circle is equals to 0, then theta value equals to, okay. So here we have a question. You have a circle, you have a point, right? You have a point, and this point is 2, 3. Now how do we find the angle between these two tangents, angle between these two points, right? Ela find out chestaru. How can we proceed with finding the angle? So manam em chestamante, first you'll try to draw this, so this is 90 degree, so you'll try to join, this is some point he has given to be, let's take it as P, this is Q, and this is R. Okay, he's asking what is this complete angle. Okay, he's asking what is this complete angle. Now from here can we find what is this called, the center enta, center enti 3, -2, 3, -2, and what is the radius we have? The radius is under root of g square plus f square minus c, that is 9 plus 4 13, 13 minus 12, that is 1. Okay, g square plus f square minus c, so this radius is 1. So you have here this theta value, okay, this theta value, you let's take this as alpha. Okay, let's take this as alpha. Now what will be, can you find this distance PO? Can you find this distance PO ela find out chestaru? You already know the distance of OQ is equals to 1. What is the distance of PO is nothing but, you can find 3 minus 2 minus 3, so distance formula, that will be 5 square 25, 3 minus 2 1, so this will be under root 26. Okay, so this will be under root 26. So we have here 3, minus 2, we have 2, 3, so 3 minus 2, okay, 3 minus 2, that is 1, and minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5, still the answer is same, ela తీసుకున్నా పర్లేదు, so the answer is still 26. Now can you find out what is the value of, can you find by Pythagoras what will be this value is under root 26, this value is 1, so what will be the value of PQ? What will be the value of PQ will be under root 26 square minus 1, so this will be 5. this will be 5. So ikkad nunchi can you find what is tan theta? Okay, tan theta. So tan theta is equals to, so you have the value opposite by adjacent, so that will be equals to 1 by 5. So theta is equals to tan inverse 1 by 5. Theta is equals to tan inverse 1 by 5. So manaki e value, so I have taken this value to be theta. So this complete angle will be how much? 2 theta. Kada? Ee okka angle theta aithe, ee complete angle enta aitundi? 2 theta. 2 times of theta. So we ultimately want what? The 2 theta value. Okay, or theta by 2, whatever the case. So double of that angle. So we want double of this angle, so that will be 2 times of theta. So he is asking what is 2 tan inverse x? 2 tan inverse x. ఇక్కడ ఒక డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములా ఉంది, రాసుకోండి. ప్లీజ్ రైట్ డౌన్, ఈవెన్ ఇన్ ద ఇన్వర్స్ ట్రిగ్నోమెట్రీ ఐ డెంట్ కవర్ యెట్, బట్ ప్లీజ్ ట్రై టు రైట్ డౌన్ దిస్ ఫార్ములా. 2 tan inverse x is equals to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. Please write down this formula. We'll be using ఇలాంటివి 2 sin inverse x, అలాంటివి చాలా ఉన్నాయి. We'll try to find out all the formulas when we are actually dealing with inverse trigonometry. కానీ ఇప్పుడు మటుకు please try to write down this formula. Right, 2 tan theta. So 2 tan inverse x can be written as tan inverse, directly substitution, tan inverse 2x, 2 by 5 by 1 minus 1 by 5 square. So 1 by 25. So this will be equals to 2 by 5, so 24. So that will be 1 by 12. So 25 by 5. So I'm just writing everything. Tan inverse, this will be 2 by 5 by 24 by 25. So this will become 2 12s and this will become 5 5s. So this will become tan inverse 5 by 12. So tan inverse 5 by 12. So tan inverse 5 by 12, the option is D. Okay, the option is last class the inverse cheste tan inverse 5 by 12. I hope this is clear. Meeku emana questions unte please do let me know. Okay, if a circle is passing through the point 1 comma 1 cuts the circle orthogonally, then the center of the circle is, he is already saying that, okay, if a circle is passing through the point 1 comma 1, okay, and it cuts the circle at x square plus y square, okay, it is cutting the circle, these two circles orthogonally. So oka chinna equation, okay, so we have a circle. What is the circle equation? We don't know, but it is passing through the x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. Here we have the circle, and here this circle is passing through 1 comma 1. This is the circle, ultimate circle, and it is cutting these two circles orthogonally. So can we find if two circles, ante rendu circles, if they are intersecting orthogonally, can we say what is the relation? What is the statement నేను చెప్పాను? ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ రెండు సర్కిల్స్ ఆర్థోగోనల్ గా ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు the relation is 2g1 g2 plus 2f1 f2 is equals to c1 plus c2. So this is the equation 1. So this is equation 2, this is equation 3. Now 1 and 2 are intersecting orthogonally. 1 and 2 are perpendicular. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ అక్కడ నుంచి ఏం రిలేషన్ వస్తుంది? 2g, g అంతా 2, g1, so that will be g plus 2f, f ఏమో మనకు తెలీదు, f is equals to c1 plus c2, that will be minus 5 plus c. Okay, so we have 4g is equals to minus 5 plus c. Okay, so this is the first equation. This is like, you can just take this equation as take it as star. Okay, this is the first equation. Malli 1 and 2 are see, this is 2 and 3 are perpendicular. Similarly, can we take one more equation, that is 1 and 2? This is 2 and 3. Yeah, we can take 2 and 3. The before equation is 1 and 2. Okay, this equation is 1 and 2. So if we take these two equations, so 2g1 g2, so this will become, g1 is not there, so g2 is that is anyway will be 0. So minus 2, we get tan theta, we can subscribe then to tan theta formula. Yeah, that is what the whole thing is. That is what I was explaining in the last previous question. Yeah, thank you Akshay. That is what I explained. We can directly substitute in the 2 tan theta. Yeah, thank you. Okay, sir, mains after sessions ఎలా ఉంటుంది? Sir, mains afternoon session ఎలా ఉంటుంది paper? No, it will be the same. There is nothing like, different, anni patterns same untai. It is all our dilemma. Anni same untai. You don't have to worry whether it is an afternoon session or morning session. Whichever the session it goes, the paper remains to be the same. Okay, so a difference of questions untai, it all depends, it all varies. There is no such theory that morning session will be hard, evening session will be, afternoon session will be easy. So right now let's see the next part. So first in malli tarvata em chesanu, I have taken the relation between 2 and 3, so that will be 2g1, so that will be anyway x coefficient is 0, f is minus 2, 2f minus 2 times, okay, 2f, and this will be f 2f1 f2 is equals to c1 plus c2, so that will be 3 plus c, that will be 3 plus c. Now if you try to actually see now, even 1 comma 1 also passes through the circle. So if you ఒకవేళ ఈ సర్కిల్ ఉంది, ఈ సర్కిల్ నుంచి కూడా 1 comma 1 పాస్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు డెఫినెట్లీ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు సాటిస్ఫై ఈక్వేషన్ 3 ఆల్సో, రైట్? సో ఇట్ ఈస్ పాసింగ్ త్రూ 1 comma 1, సో దట్ మీన్స్ 2g plus 2f plus c equals to 0, 1 plus 1. So if 1 comma 1 passes through, if 1 comma 1 passes through, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. So దీంట్లో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి, 1 comma 1 సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎంత వస్తుంది? 1 plus 1 plus 2g plus 2f plus c equals to 0. So from here 2g plus 2f plus c equals to minus 2, plus c equals to minus 2. So from here you can write, so ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఒక రిలేషన్ వచ్చింది. So from here if you see here that minus 4f plus c is equals to 3, okay, minus c equals to 3, okay, or you can just write it as 4f plus c plus 3 equals to 0. So this is the first equation, and from here we can write 4g plus 5 minus c equals to 0. Okay, now this is something like hash. Okay, so ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే, you try to do one thing is directly you substitute in any one of the equation. Okay, you try to from equation hash and star, like from this equation star and equation hash, like you can add these two equation, or subtract these two equation, then you will be getting a relation, that is 4g. ఈ రెండు యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు c nullify అయిపోతుంది, that will be having 4g plus 4f plus 8. So adding star and hash, adding star plus hash equation, you have 4g plus 4f plus 8 is equals to 8. అలా సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు, లేకపోతే మళ్ళీ మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ నుంచి ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ సాల్వ్ చేయండి. సో సాల్వింగ్ దీస్ 3 డిఫరెంట్ ఈక్వేషన్, దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్ 1, ఈక్వేషన్ 2 అండ్ ఈక్వేషన్ 3. ఓకే, ఏదైనా కానీ ఈ 3 ఈక్వేషన్ సాల్వ్ చేయండి, లేకపోతే ఏదైనా రిలేషన్ g plus f is equals to 8. we got g plus f is equals to 8. సో ఇది సాల్వ్ చేసినా కానీ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఎనీ సచ్ కైండ్, ఇక్కడ మీరు చూస్తే దీస్ 2 ఆప్షన్స్ ఆర్ రాంగ్, ఎందుకంటే ఈ రెండు యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు this is g and f, okay, sorry, these 2 options are wrong. Okay, ఎందుకంటే minus g comma minus f will be the center of the circle. So either this is correct answer, this is correct answer. So you try to involve these 2, okay, and then try to establish a relation with the see whether it is satisfying or not. Okay, so ఈ రెండు ఈక్వేషన్స్ నుంచి try to establish. నేను ఎలా ఈ కంక్లూజన్కి వచ్చానంటే, if you try to add these 2, what is 3 plus 5? 8. But here I should be getting this g plus f value to be 8. Okay, but these are minus g comma minus f values. Okay, if you add minus g comma minus f, you will be getting minus 8, but I want g plus f, so that should be equal to 8. So that is the reason andukane idi cancel chesa. So if you see here, the center of the circles is in the form of minus g comma minus f. Okay, so that is the reason. Right, see the next question. You have the line, so equation meer solve cheyandi. Okay, I have everything on the board, so please try to solve. So next question, you have if line 4x minus 3y plus p touches the circle x square minus 4x plus 6y plus 4 at the point h comma k, so h minus 2k is. Okay, little tricky but still easy. Okay, ikkada oka point undi, there is a point, this is h comma k. Okay, now if there is a line, so that line equation is given by, okay, 4x minus 3y plus p. Okay, 4x if the line 4x touches the circle, okay, so this is 4x minus 3y plus p equals to 0. Okay, next here is the circle. Now he is asking what is this h comma k. Now ఇక్కడ మీరు ఏం చేయాలంటే ఫస్ట్ డైరెక్ట్గా ఈ పాయింట్ సెంటర్ ఏంటి, వాట్ ఇస్ ద సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ద సర్కిల్, దిస్ ఇస్ 2 comma minus 3. నౌ కెన్ యూ ఫైండ్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ పాయింట్ టు దిస్ h comma k? So that is directly done by using the perpendicular distance from a point. Endukante radius of the circle and the tangent are always perpendicular. You already have the equation of the line. So oka line undi that is in the form of 4x minus 3y plus p. Ikkada oka point undi 2 comma minus 3. Ippudu meer em cheyalante, can you find the perpendicular distance? And now this perpendicular distance will be equal to what? ఏంటి డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత? ఆరిజిన్ నుంచి టాంజెంట్ కి ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ లో ఉంటుంది? దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది రేడియస్, రైట్? రేడియస్ ఏంటి? r. సో వీ నో ద సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ద సర్కిల్ దట్ ఈస్ 2 comma minus 3 అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద రేడియస్ ఆఫ్ ద సర్కిల్? r is equals to ఈ డిస్టెన్స్ r. ఓకే, r is equals to under root of g square plus f square 4 plus 9 13 minus 4 that will be equals to under root 9 that will be equals to 3. ఈ distance equals to 3. Now మీకు ఆల్రెడీ తెలుసు ఒక పాయింట్ ఉంది, ఒక లైన్ ఉంది. Can you find the distance of the point to a line, perpendicular distance? సో ఫార్ములా నోట్ డౌన్ చేసుకోండి. ఆల్రెడీ ఇది స్ట్రైట్ లైన్స్లో మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాము. ax plus by plus c equals to 0 and you have a point x1 comma y1. You have the perpendicular distance formula d is equals to mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root of a square plus b square. ఇది perpendicular distance formula. Okay, so ఇక్కడ నుంచి you have everything, just try to substitute. So that will be the distance directly. Our formula use chesi nenu rastunnanu. So this will exactly be equal to r. R is equals to 4 into 2 8, 8 plus 9 17. So 17 plus p. So 17 plus p by under root of a square plus b square, that will be under root of 4 square plus 3 square, that will be equal to 5. And this value is equals to 3. So 3 is equals to 17 plus p. 3 is equals to 17 plus p by 3 is equals to 17 plus p by 5. So 15 is equals to 17 plus p. So p is equals to minus 2. P is equals to minus 2. So I got the value of p to be minus 2. Okay, you can take plus or minus 2 in fact. ఎందుకంటే mod ఉంది కాబట్టి, ఎందుకంటే ఇటువైపు అయినా ఉండొచ్చు ఆ పాయింట్, ఇటువైపు అయినా. So there are two possibilities that this line could be. This could be one of the parallel line also. Like there's a possibility that could be that p or this p. Okay, so always the parallel line, in parallel lines the constant will always change, but still, yeah, so that is the reason, and the coefficient of x and y will be same. Ante kada, if you have an equation of a line ax plus by plus c, what will be the parallel line equation? That will be ax plus by plus k. So andukane ee line ikkadaina undachchu, deeniki parallel ga ituvaipu aina undachchu. So the p value have two possibilities, that is either minus 2 or plus 2. Okay, so I'm just taking it as minus 2 as of now. So 4x minus 3y plus 2 is equals to 0. So that is what I'm taking. So from here, can you find what is this point h comma k? ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయొచ్చు అంటే, you can actually use one thing, that is the foot of the perpendicular. The foot of the perpendicular. Here I am again writing down the formula for you. If you have x1 comma y1, how can you find the foot of the perpendicular of the equation? Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Direct ga foot of the perpendicular. So this is the perpendicular distance formula. You can find the foot of the perpendicular. So ikkada malli nenu rastunnanu. So please see here. The foot of the perpendicular is given by, so if the foot of the perpendicular is given by h comma k, so can you write down the formula? H minus x1 by a, k minus y1 by b is equals to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square. So you can find the foot of the perpendicular using this. So right now we have the value of c also, you have the formula directly substituted. Okay, you have everything, please try to substitute. Okay, you will be directly getting the answer. So here you already have the value of p, so we have found out, and now you can find the foot of the perpendicular using this. And once you got the foot of the perpendicular using this, find the value of h minus 2k. Every formula is there, I have said you everything, we'll directly substitute. Okay, right. Now see the next question. If the circle x square plus y square minus 4x plus 2y and x square plus y square plus 2gx minus 4y minus 1 cuts orthogonally, the same thing malli em cheyandi, cos theta is equals to, you know that cos theta is equals to r1 square plus r2 square. Idi kuda avasram ledu. In fact, you can just directly see the circle also. Okay, you can use that one also, but you have a circle like this. Okay, and this angle is 90 degree. Okay, this angle is 90 degree. Now from here you can say that this is r1 square this is R1, this is R2, and this is nothing but the distance, that is D. Okay, so from here you can say, if the circle, if this is a triangle, right angle triangle, from here can you say that D square is equals to R1 square plus R2 square, right? Now he's saying it cuts orthogonally, so here you have this distance, that is minus 4 comma minus, so what will be the center of this? Center is nothing but 2 comma minus f, this is C1. What is center 2? That will be G minus G comma 2, minus G comma 2, adi mana this thing. Okay, now from here you can say that R1 square plus R2 square, you can write it as D square, yes or no? So he is asking what is R1 square plus R2 square minus 8. So R1 square plus R2 square minus 8 is given by, R1 square plus R2 square is given by D square. He is ultimately asking D square minus 8. So formula we have converted. So how can we find the D square? D square is nothing but the distance between these 2 points. This is given by, so how is the distance given by? So minus G minus 2 whole square. So D square is found out by minus G. So we'll just try to find out minus G minus F. And what is the form? What is the radius of this? R1 square is given by 2 square plus F square plus 1. Okay, that is R1 square, and 2 square plus F square. Okay, let's try to find the D square. Okay, that is how we find R1 square plus R2 square is equals to D square. So I hope everything is correct. We have the center to be 2 comma minus F, and here we have minus G comma 2. Okay, so from here how can we find C1 C2 minus G minus 2 whole square minus 2 plus F. So we have the D square is equals to minus G minus 2 whole square, okay, plus minus G minus 2 whole square plus 2 plus F whole square, plus 2 plus F whole square. So దీన్ని మొత్తం expand చేయండి. If you try to expand this, what will happen? Under root of G square plus 4 minus 2G, 4 plus F square plus 4F. Okay, so you have G square plus F square minus plus 8 minus 2G plus 4F, minus 2G plus 4F. Now ఇక్కడ మీరు చూడండి, it cuts orthogonally అంటున్నాడు కాబట్టి, so what's the time? We have 12:30. Okay, okay, so now from here it is like this session is for 1.5 hours. We just completed here 1 hour, so approximately we have 20 more minutes, like 20 minutes also. So here now you try to substitute this R1 square plus R2 square. If you see here, this is R1 square, this is R2 square, this is D square. So from here I established the relation R1 square plus R2 square equals to D square. So this is D square minus 8. So from this point you can also find what is this. D is nothing but the distance between these two, that is C1 and C2, and you can directly establish the rule from here. So everything is there, you can directly substitute. Next you see, suppose the tangent drawn to the circle, okay, x square plus y square minus 6x minus 4y minus 11 equals to 0 from P1 comma 8 touches the circle at A and B, then the circle passing through the point P A comma B is. Okay, so ఇక్కడ వాడు ఏమంటున్నాడు, a circle, suppose the tangent, okay, so here we have a circle, okay, here we have a tangent, and here there is a point P1 comma 8, okay, and now this circle passes like this, it passes to the point P, there is a point P, and here there is Q and there is R, the circle passes like this. Now what is the center of the circle? This is 3 comma 2, this is 3 comma 2. Now so it passes through P1 comma 8, so what is the center of the circle? Now this is nothing but, what is the center of the circle? Okay, now if you see, the center of the circle lies exactly in the midpoint of line joining the center and this 1 comma 8. So what will be the center of 1 comma 8 and 3 comma 2? So ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఏదైనా circle which passes through this point P and also the point of contact of two tangents, the center lies in the midpoint of the center and this external point P. So what midpoint చెప్పండి దీనికి ఏంటి? 1 plus 3, 3 by 2, 4 by 2, which is 2, and 5 plus 8 plus 2, 10, 10 by 2, which is 5. So the answer is సో ఇది ఒకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ, ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ సర్కిల్ which passes through the point P and which is also passing through the point of contact of two tangents, the center lies in the midpoint of the line joining the center to the point P. Okay. The next one, the circle touching the y-axis at a distance 4 units from the origin and cutting off an intercept 6 from the x-axis. It is cutting 6 from the x-axis. So, ikkada chudandi, the circle touching the y-axis at a distance 4 units from the origin, okay, and an intercept of 6 from x-axis, an intercept from 6 from x-axis. So what is the equation of the circle? Okay, let's try to understand this question very carefully. First ఏమంటున్నాడంటే it is touching the y-axis. Whenever, so it is touching y-axis and it has an intercept. So somewhat approximately it looks like this. So it is touching y-axis at some point 4, okay, and it is having an intercept of 6, okay, touching y-axis at a distance of 4, okay. Now can you say what is the length of this intercept? What is the length of the intercept? Length of the intercept is given by 2 under root of g square minus c. He is saying cutting an intercept of 6. So ikkada option verification chesandi direct ga. What is 2 under root of g square minus c? What is g value here? 5 and c value is 16, right? So what will be 2 under root of g square minus c? 2 g square minus c. If value find out, then this should be equal to 6. So 2 under root of 25 minus 16, that will be 2 into 3, 2 into 25 minus 16. So 2 into 25 minus 16 is 9. So under root 9, 2 into 3 is 6. The answer is 6. So the first option, it is getting satisfied. Okay. Now if you verify for the second option, 2 under root of 25 plus 8. Okay, 25 plus 25 minus 16. So 25 minus 16, 2 under root of, again this option also gets satisfied. If you see this option, 2 under root of, again 25 minus c. So 25 minus 25 plus 8, so that will be 33. So this option is wrong. And the last option is 2 under root of 2 under root, sorry. This g will be how much? Here g will be how much? 5 by 2. So అన్నిటికీ ఆప్షన్ వెరిఫై చేయండి. ఇక్కడ c వాల్యూ, సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద g వాల్యూ, సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద c వాల్యూ విచ్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో ఈక్వల్ టు, సో ద g వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ప్లస్ ఆర్ మైనస్ 5 by 2 అండ్ c వాల్యూ ఇస్ 8 minus 8. ఇక్కడ కూడా g వాల్యూ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసేయండి 1 అండ్ c వాల్యూ ఇస్ మైనస్ 12. ఇప్పుడు ప్రతి ఒక్క దానికి ఆప్షన్ వెరిఫై చేయండి. 2 under root of g square minus c, ఏదైతే వాల్యూ విచ్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 6, దెన్ వీ హ్యావ్ దిస్. సో ఇక్కడ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే లెంత్ ఆఫ్ x ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 2 under root of g square minus c. What is the length of y intercept? 2 under root of f square minus c. So these are the two important points. Okay, so ippudi varaku we have done the first part. Now if you see the second part lo we are going to learn actually the pair of tangents equation. Idi already manam discuss chesam starting of the class, but still again you can take the screenshot of this. Now the next point is the length of the tangent, which we have already studied, which is given by under root of s1. Okay, under root of s11. Alanti problems ikkada malli manam chusamu. Next, the chord of contact. Okay, this is very important. If you have QR of two tangent from point P, okay, chord of contact ante ento okasari chudandi. So you have this point P, okay, and if you are trying to if you try to join these 2 points like this, okay, if you are trying to draw a tangent like this QR, okay, this is the R and Q are the point of contact and this is the center of the circle, right? Now the line joining QR is nothing but the chord of contact. It is called the chord of contact. Okay, so this is P is nothing but some x1 comma y1. Okay, you have the circle equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy equals to 0. So that time the equation of the chord of contact is given by this. Okay, this one s1 equals to 0. Yeah, so this is given by this equation. So that directly you can directly substitute s1 equals to 0. What is s1? In the x1 plus y1 plus g times of x plus x1 plus f times of y plus y1 plus c equals to 0. So that is how you find. Okay, now ఇంకొక క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఒక సర్కిల్ ఉండి ఒక కార్డ్ ఉంది, కార్డ్ ఒక మిడ్ పాయింట్ ఉంది. ఇఫ్ యూ నో ద మిడ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ద కార్డ్, okay, let the midpoint of the chord be x1 comma y1. Then also you can find the equation of the circle same like s1 equals to 0. Okay, ఇది కూడా రిపీటెడ్ గా ఈ నోట్ పాయింట్ హైలైట్ చేసుకోండి ప్లీజ్. మీరు ఆల్సో టేక్ ద స్క్రీన్ షాట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్. ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఇస్ అ కార్డ్ అండ్ దెర్ ఇస్ అ మిడ్ పాయింట్, యూ కెన్ ఫైండ్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద కార్డ్ బై టేకింగ్ s1 equals to 0. Okay, that is x1 plus y1 plus g times of x plus x1 plus f times of y plus y1 plus c equals to 0. Okay, so that is the equation of a chord. So this equation is given by this one. Okay, clear? Next, pole and polar. So chudandi, if through a point p x1 comma y1, okay, if through the point p x1 comma y1 within the circle or outside the circle, ekkadaina ganindi, there been drawn a straight line, there is a straight line that is drawn to meet the circle at this point q and r. The locus of the point of intersection of the tangent q and r is called the polar of p. It is called the polar of p to the point is called the polar of p. Okay, so r is called this r, q and r is called the polar of p, and the point p is called the pole of the polar. Point p is called the pole of the polar. Okay, ఈ పాయింట్ p ని పోల్ అంటాడు. Okay, this point p is called the pole, and the point of intersection of the tangents at q and r is called the, this point is called the polar. Okay, so ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ if you try to draw any point, let it be inside outside ఎలా అయినా కానీ, okay, let it be a point. So if you try to draw any sort of a line and if you try to join this point, now this point might be inside or outside at any point, so the locus that has been traced to this point is called the pole and polar. Okay, this is called the polar, this is called the pole. Okay, ee concept koncham ambiguous ga untundi, so go back once again, just see the definition very clearly. It has been clearly given even in this as well as meer ekkadaina gaani oka chinna text book teeskunna gaani you will be able to find the pole and polar concept, right? Now that the pole and polar, so the equation of this polar is being given by with respect to the pole. So equation of the polar, this polar equation of this polars is given by s1 equals to 0. Direct ga eppudaina gaani polar ichinappudu meer em cheyandi, s1 equals to 0. Similar ga the equation, the same thing you can actually find out for even for the center with the circle, even for this also. Next, the conjugate points, ikkada kuda we'll try to use this directly in the formula in the PYQs also. S1 equals to 0, ikkada kuda S1 equals to 0 తీసుకుందాం. The next one is radical axis. Now ఈ radical axis ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, radical axis of a two circle of a point which moves in such a way that if you try to draw the tangents from any point on the radical axis, the length of the tangents will always be equal. The length of the tangents will always be equal. So center two circles madhyalo, if you are trying to find the locus of a point in such a way that the distance or the tangential distance, if it is always equal, then you can say the length, if the length of the tangent is equal, the locus that has been strayed along that axis is called the radical axis. Okay, so general ga radical axis equation is also given by s1 minus s2 equals to 0. Okay, that is like same like something like a common chord ela untundo ala. Okay, so we'll try to do few problems. If 1,3 is the midpoint of the chord, then we have the equation of the circle x square plus y square minus 4x minus 8y plus 16 equals to 0. Then the area of the triangle formed by the chord within the coordinate axis, with the coordinate axis is. So oka circle undi, so there is some line like this. So what is the, so ela oka line undi, so what is the area that has been formed adutunnadu. So this is the question he asked, what is the area that has been formed. Okay, what is the area that has been formed. Okay, idi x axis, idi x axis, idi y axis. Now how do we find the equation of this circle? చూడండి, ఆల్రెడీ 1,3 అన్నాడు, ఇందాకనే we have discussed how do we find the equation of a circle, how can we find the equation of a chord, that is nothing but s1 equals to 0. ఆల్రెడీ ద మిడ్ పాయింట్ ఏంటి 1,3. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ టైం మనం s1 equals to 0 ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం, x1, నేను ఒక్కసారి రాస్తున్నాను, x1 ప్లస్ y1 ప్లస్ g టైమ్స్ ఆఫ్ x plus x1 plus f times of y plus y1 plus c equals to 0. Now what is x? This is 1x plus 3y plus g. G enta? So g here is 2gx. G value enta? Minus 2. Okay, g value enta? Minus 2. Confused gaakandi. Here we are not trying to find the center, we are just trying to find the g value. Okay, center వచ్చినప్పుడు 2 వస్తుంది and 2, 4. కానీ ఇక్కడ this is just a half of it. Y plus what is y1? Sorry, x plus, I'm sorry, x plus x1, x plus 1. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ we have minus 4 times y plus 3 plus c equals to 0. So we have x plus 3y. So we final equation is we have x plus 3y minus 2x minus 2 minus 2x minus 2. Then we have minus 4y minus 12 plus 16 equals to 0. So we have x minus 2x, that is minus x, 3y minus 4y, that is minus y, and minus 2 minus 12 minus 14 plus 16 anta? What is minus 4 plus 16? That will be plus 12. So you have x plus y minus 12 equals to 0. I hope my calculation is everything okay. So we have minus 2 minus 12 is minus 14, sorry, minus 2 minus 12 is minus 14, minus 14 plus 16 is plus 2. Okay, it is plus 2. Okay, so the calculation is minus 12 minus 14, 16 minus 14 is 2. Yeah, x plus y equals to 2. Now we have x plus y equals to 2. So what are our both x intercept and y intercept? It will be 0 comma minus 2 into 0 comma minus 2. So that will be 2 2. So that will be 2 into 2 4, 4 by 2. So we have, this will be, again I'm just trying to see the calculation, x x1 plus y y1, 3 into y y1 plus g times x x1. We have minus 2 times x plus 1 minus 4 times y plus 3 plus 16. So I have x plus 3y minus 2x minus 2 minus 4y minus 12 plus 16. We have x minus 2x is minus x, 3y minus 4y is minus y, minus 2 minus 12 is minus 2 minus 12 is minus 14, minus 14 plus 16 is minus 14 plus 16 is minus 14 plus 16 is 2. Okay, so from here I have x plus y is equals to minus 2, x by minus 2 plus y by minus 2 is equals to 1. Okay, so I have both intercept. Okay, that is, now what is he asking? The area of the triangle formed by the chord with the coordinate axes. So actually ikkada chord with coordinates axis enta? Half base into height, half base into height. So that will be 2 into 2, 4, 4 by 2, which is 2. Okay, ikkada, so area is equals to half base into height. So that will be 2, 2. Answer is 2. So here I got answer 2. Okay, now you see the next question. The pole of the straight line 9x plus y minus 28 with respect to the circle x square plus 2y square minus 3x plus 5y minus 7 equals to 0 is. So clear ga ikkada meer em cheyandi, two things are there. If you, in order to find the pole, okay, I'm just leaving this question, I mean I'll just do everything, you just need to substitute the final answer for me. So ikkada oka 2 points unnai, that is x1 comma y1. Okay, x1 comma y1. Now the pole of the straight line is this, already idu antunadu. So we have the when this is the pole of the line, can we find what is s1 equals to 0? So that will become, if you just try to write everything in the form of standard equation of a circle, x square plus y square minus 3 by 2 into x plus 5 by 2 into y minus 7 by 2 is equals to 0. Minus 7 by 2 equals to 0. Now can you find what is the equation of the, can you find what is s1 equals to 0? That will be x x1 plus y y1 minus 3 by 2. You will take the half of it. So 1 second, ikkada oka chinna mistake ayindi. 2gx g times x plus x1 plus f times y plus y1. Okay, so minus 3 by, you will be, here it will be 4, 3 by 4 x plus x1 plus 5 by 4 y plus y1 minus 7 by 2. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఇంకా ఈ ఈక్వేషన్, ఈ రెండు ఈక్వేషన్ సేమ్. These two equations are one and the same. Now try to compare that. So what will happen? ఇక్కడ ఏమైపోతుంది? You can take h comma k also, it doesn't matter. So x1, so you have this x1, just try to write this minus 3x. Okay, so this is the first thing, just try to discard this. y1 plus 5 by 4y. I have minus 3x1 plus minus 3 by 4x1 plus 5 by 4y1 minus 7 by 2 is equals to 0. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయండి అంటే try to compare the constants. So 3 minus x1 into x plus y1 plus 5 by 4 into y, and you have this minus 3 by 4 into x1 plus 5 by 4 into y1 minus 7 by 2. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయండి అంటే ఏదైతే ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ వచ్చిందో this equation, this complete equation and this equation are one and the same, right? These two equations are one and the same. If you see here, these two equations are one and the same. ఇప్పుడు try to compare the coefficient 3 minus x1 by 9 y plus 5 by 4 by 1, compare the whole thing and try to do the option verification. ఈ మొత్తం 4 ఆప్షన్స్కి ఆప్షన్ వెరిఫికేషన్ చేయండి, విల్ గెట్ ద ఆన్సర్. ఐ హోప్ యూ ఫాలోడ్. ఫస్ట్ నేను ఏం చేశానంటే ఒక పాయింట్ x1, y1 తీసుకున్నాను. దెన్ ఐ హావ్ టేకెన్ ద హౌ టు ఫైండ్ ద పోల్ ఆఫ్ ద లైన్, దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ s1 ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0, అండ్ ఐ హావ్ ఆల్రెడీ డిరైవ్డ్ ఫర్ యూ ద హోల్ ప్రాసెస్. మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే నౌ యూ ట్రై టు జస్ట్ సీ how can you exactly see 3 minus x1 equals to 9. So just see for what values of x1 does it satisfy. Okay, alane you just also see what is y1 plus 5 by 4, everything is there on the board, right? Okay, just a note point, actually I have taken this as a separate slide. Eppudaina gaani if you have two circles like this, okay, and if you want to find the length of the direct common tangent, or the length of the transverse tangent. Now direct common tangent ante enti, idi oka q, idi p, okay, idi some r, okay, idi some let's take this as some s and t, okay. So we have this figure. So ippudu in order to know, these are the direct common tangent, this and this are called the direct common tangent. Okay, direct, already figure undi dintlo, direct common tangent. Okay, so direct common tangent. Now how can we find the length of the direct common tangent? Now this is being given by ఇది c1, ఇది c2. So c1 into c2 minus c1 c2 అంటే c1 into c2 కాదు, the distance of c1 c2 minus r1 minus r2. So that is how you can find the direct common tangent, and the transverse tangents ki c1 c2 minus of r1 plus r2 whole square. Okay, we can derive that explicitly, but still you could see the question. If the direct common tangent drawn to the circle, so ikkada first diniki direct ga center kanukondi, center enti ikkada minus g comma minus f, that will be 3 comma minus 2, that will be the center of first, and what will be the second one, the center will be minus 1 comma 1. So ippudi varaku, okay, and now we want r1. What is r1? R1 is equals to under root of 9 plus g square plus f square minus c, 9 plus 4 13 minus c, so that will become minus 9, so that will be equals to 4, under root 4 is equals to 2. R2 square is nothing but g square plus f square, 1 plus 1 2, 2 minus 1, that will be equals to 1. So R2 value is 1, so R1 is 2, R2 is 1. Now what is he asking? If the direct common tangent to the circle, this and this, touches the circle at AB, so what is the AB length is? So what is the AB length is? So ippudu chudandi, how do we find the direct common tangent? Okay, how do we find the value of AB? So everything is there on the board, so you can directly find ikkada formula undi, c1 c2 whole square. What is the distance between c1 and c2? c1 c2 is equals to under root of minus 1 minus 3, that will be 4 square 16 1 plus 2, 3 square, 9. So this is equals to 5. So 5 square minus r1 square minus r2 square. So this will be 4 minus 1. Okay. So under root 25. So sorry. So we have AB is equals to under root of C1 C2 whole square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. R1 minus R2 whole square. So this is equals to under root of 25. Okay. 5 square minus R1 minus R2, 2 minus 1. Okay. 2 minus 1 and 1 under root 25. So under root 25, under root 24. So this will be under root 24. So under root 24 can be treated as 4 root 6. Okay. Oh, sorry, 2 root 6. So 2 to the 4, 4 6 is 24. The answer is 2 root 6. Okay. So this is a direct formula. E formula direct ga meer use cheste, you will be getting the length of the direct common tangent. Next one, if the circle equation is x square plus y square have only one common tangent, then the alpha value is. Now, ఇక్కడ వాడు క్లియర్గా ఏమంటున్నాడు, it is having only one common tangent. At what case we'll have only one common tangent? Only when the circles are intersecting internally. Okay, when the circles are intersecting internally. So you have the center, you have the two circles which are intersecting internally. That means you can say that C1 C2 is equals to mod R1 minus R2. C1 C2 equals to mod R1 minus R2. ఇక్కడ నుంచి C1 వాల్యూ ఎంత? ఇంకెప్పుడైనా కానీ we will get only one common tangent? No. What is the value of C1? That is 4, 4. What is the value of C2? That is 4, minus 3. 4, plus 3. Sorry, 4, plus 3. Okay, so this is 4, 4 and this is 4, plus 3. Right. Now, what is the distance between these two? 4 minus 4 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. So this is only 1. And what is the R1 and R2? So what is the radius R1? R is equals to under root of g square plus f square, 16 plus 16, 32. 32 minus 28, which will be equals to 4. Okay, that is equals to 2. And what is the R2 value from here? R2 is equals to under root of g square plus f square, 16 plus 9, 25. 25 minus of minus plus. So 25 plus alpha square. So under root of 25 plus alpha square. So this is the value of R2. Okay, so C1 minus C2, so that is equals to, this is R, so this we have, finally we have 2 minus root 25 plus alpha square. Okay, 2 minus root 25 plus alpha square. So for what values we will be having, will be satisfying this inequality? So children, for what value? Again I am saying, if the circle having only one common tangent, then what is the value? So we have under root of g square plus f square minus c, so 25 plus alpha square, and c1 c2 is equals to, the c1 and c2 distance is equals to r1 minus r2. Yeah, so the r1 value is under root of g square 16 plus, oh okay, under root of 16 plus 16, 32. 32 minus 28, yeah, g square, that will be equals to 2. So we have r1 minus r2 is equals to this. So from here I can just write 1 minus 2 is equals to minus 25 plus alpha square. Okay, now you can take, this is minus 1 square is equals to 25 plus alpha square. Okay, alpha square. Now you do the squaring on both sides. So 1 square is equals to 25 plus alpha square. So 1 is equals to 25 plus alpha square. So alpha square is equals to, for what value of alpha it satisfies, then try to see the options. I think here there is a mistake in the option. So this is an actually only one common tangent is there. So actually there is a mistake in the question. So this is the next one. So the length of the chord of contact of point 2, 1 with respect to the circle x square plus y square plus 4x plus 2y plus 1 equals to 0. So what is the length of the chord of contact? Okay, so simple question, Mali, if you have this point 2, 1, okay, ikkada 2, 1 undi, ikkada you need to find the chord of contact of this. So how do we find the chord of contact with respect to 2, 1? So first the length of the chord. So first meer em cheyachante, can you find the equation of this chord that is being given by s1 equals to 0? S1 equals to 0. That is nothing but x1 plus y1 plus g times of x plus y times of. So I'll just try to write 2x plus y plus g, that will be 2 times of x plus x1, x plus x1 value is how much? 2 plus f1 times of y plus y1 plus 1 equals to 0. So this will become 2x plus y plus 2x plus 4 plus y plus 2 equals to 0. So 2x, what is 2x plus 2x? 4x. 4x plus 2y plus 6 equals to 0. So I have 2x plus y plus 3 equals to 0. So this is the equation of the chord. I have equation of the chord to be 2x plus y equals to 3. 2x plus y plus 3 equals to 0. So this is the equation of the chord. Now how can we find the length of the chord? Ela find out cheyachu. See, if you see here, what is the center of the circle? The center of the circle is nothing but minus 2 comma minus 1. Okay, minus 2 comma minus 1. Now can you find the perpendicular distance? What will be the perpendicular distance over here? The perpendicular distance will be ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root of a square plus b square. But now, so this will be 90 degree, right? So we have this radius of, what is the radius of this? R is equals to under root of g square plus f square minus c. So this will be minus 2 square 4, 4 plus 1 5, 4 plus 1 minus 1, so that will be under root of 4, which is equals to 2. So this value is 2, right? And can you find the distance, the perpendicular distance, that is given by 2 into minus 2 minus 4 minus 4 minus 1 minus 5 plus 3 minus 2 by, so mod of minus 2, that will be 2 by under root of a square plus b square, that will be 5. So 2 by root 5 will be my answer. I hope minus 4 minus 1 minus 4 minus 1 minus 5, 2 by root 5. So this value will be 2 by root 5. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి you can directly use the Pythagoras this thing. So if this is some sort of p, if this distance from this is some just take some k and this time lk. So the lk distance is nothing but p. You need to find 2 times of p. So that will be p square plus 4 by, so I'm just writing here, we have p square plus 4 by 5 is equals to 4. Okay, so p square is equals to 4 minus 4 by 5, so that will be 16 by 5. So p is equals to 4 by root 5. So we want the value of 2p, so that will be 2 times of 4 by root 5, so that will be 8 by root 5. Okay, so that will be 8 by root 5, that's option A. Okay, ఏం చేసాం, డైరెక్ట్గా డిస్టెన్స్ ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేసాం. డిస్టెన్స్ ఫార్ములా నుంచి ఫస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఫౌండ్ అవుట్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద chord, that is given by s1 equals to 0, 2x plus y plus 3 equals to 0. From here you found the perpendicular distance, and from here you can find the length of the chord by taking the distance by using the Pythagoras theorem, and everything is there on the board. The answer is turning out to be 8 by root 5. The number of common tangents to the circle, similarగా మళ్ళీ ఏం చేయండి, the center is given by 1 comma 3. Here the center is given by minus 3 comma 2. What is C1 C2 distance? C1 C2 is given by minus 3 minus 1 whole square, so that will be 4 square 16, 2 minus 3, that will be equals to root 17. Okay, okay, I hope the center is clear. This will be 1 comma 3 and this will be minus 3 comma 1, sorry, here this is minus 3 comma 1. Now if you try to calculate minus 3 minus 1 minus 4 minus that will be 16, 1 minus 3, that will be 4. So this answer will be under root 20. Now let's try to find what is r1 r2. r1 is nothing but under root of g square plus f square minus c. So 1 plus 9 10, 10 minus 9 1, so this answer is 1. What is r2 value? This is nothing but 9 g square 9 plus 1 10, 10 minus 1 again 9, so this value is 3. So r1 and r2 I got 3. Now you find the c1 c2 distance. What is c1 c2 distance? Minus 3 minus 1 minus 4 whole square 16, 1 minus 3, that will be 20. So that will be under root of 20. Here we have already under root of 20. Now under root of 20 and this r1 plus r2, e value anta? r1 plus r2 is equals to 4. Okay, so if you see here this value root 20, this root 20 value is somewhere between 4 and 5. So I can just conclude here c1 c2 is less than r1 plus r2. Okay, c1 c2 is less than R1 plus R2. So under what condition this happens? And R1 plus R2 and C1 C2 distance is greater than R1 minus R2. What is R1 minus R2? That will be 3 minus 1. So if you take modulus of R1 minus R2, this is equals to 2. So can I establish this relation? That this relation is that mod R1 minus R2. ఇది ఎప్పుడైతుంది? When is this case possible? Whenever you have the circles which are intersecting, and see here, this is C1, this is C2. So how many number of common tangents you can draw? You can draw only 2 direct common tangents. So only the answer is 2. So ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు డైరెక్ట్లీ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద సెంటర్ అండ్ ట్రై టు టేక్ ద establish the relation between R1 and R2. Consider the point P alpha comma beta 2x plus 1 y plus 1. If P and 3 by 2 are the conjugates of the points with respect to the circle, then find the alpha plus beta. Okay, so alpha comma beta is lying on this circle, so this will become 2 alpha plus beta equals to 1. So that is my first thing. And next is, it is just satisfying, it is 3 comma 2 is a conjugate, so conjugate ela find out cheyalante s1 equals to 0. So that will become 3x plus 2y equals to 4. So from here, because 3x plus 2y equals to 4, so this is the first thing. Consider the point P alpha comma beta on the line, and if point P and 3 comma 2 are conjugates with respect to the circle, so that will also be that 3 alpha plus 2 beta also equals to 4. So solve these two equation 1 and equation 2, will be done with the question. I hope you are clear. Okay, so here comes the end of the session. Okay, the point is, please try to download our app on Play Store. Here is the QR code scanner, and also one more thing, already at the introduction part of my lecture, I have also said that there is a new booster course that is going to happen, right, from class 3 to 10, in fact, for especially for the mathematics thing, for 999. Okay, so I would like to even show you how ela available aitundo. So here, so yeah, so here is the course. Actually, it is not just from grade 9 to 10. So we are just giving even from grade 3 to 10 also. Ikkada entante, we are just giving from grade 3 to 10 we are giving for grade 3 to 10, and we are giving for just 999 rupees. So please do, meeku kavalanunte, if you want to have this, please scan this QR code and meeku direct ga you can get into this store. మీరు డైరెక్ట్గా ఇక్కడ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే దెన్ యూ విల్ బీ గెటింగ్ త్రూ ఓకే. సో ఇది కానీ ఒకవేళ మీరు ఇఫ్ యూ ట్రై టు కీప్ ఇట్, సో డైరెక్ట్గా మీరు స్కాన్ చేయొచ్చు, అండ్ దెన్ యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ డౌన్లోడ్ అవర్ యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ గో త్రూ అవర్ యాప్. సో ఇక్కడ మీకు చూపిస్తాను. సో హియర్ ఈజ్ అవర్ యాప్. ఓకే, ఈ యాప్లో యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ సీ, ఇఫ్ యూ జస్ట్ స్కాన్ దిస్ కోడ్, యూ కెన్ సీ ఆల్ ద కోర్సెస్ హియర్, రైట్, అండ్ యూ విల్ గెట్ ద కంప్లీట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఫర్ 999 రూపీస్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. మొత్తం నాలాగా చాలామంది ఇక్కడ, ద పీపుల్ ఫ్రమ్ ఐఐటి అండ్ ఎన్ఐటి, ద శ్రీకేష్ సార్, హీస్ ఫ్రమ్ ఐఐటి గాంధీనగర్, రిషబ్ సార్ ఫ్రమ్ ఐఐటి జోధ్పూర్, అండ్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ద కౌశిక్, హీస్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎన్ఐటి క్యాలికట్. సో వాళ్ళు డైరెక్ట్గా మీకు త్రూ అవుట్ ద ఇయర్ దే విల్ బీ అవైలబుల్ ఫర్ యూ టు టేక్ ద క్లాస్. సో ప్లీజ్, ఒకవేళ ఎవరికైనా కానీ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యువర్ సిబ్లింగ్స్, ఎవరికైనా కానీ, ప్లీజ్ డూ లెట్ దెమ్ నో అబౌట్ దిస్ యాప్, అండ్ ప్లీజ్ డూ ఆల్సో షేర్ అమాంగ్ ద గ్రూప్స్ ఎక్కడైనా ఉంటే. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ అవైలబుల్ ఫర్ 999. అండ్ ఒకవేళ మీరు ఈ కోర్స్ డైరెక్ట్గా తీసుకుంటే, ఇక్కడ తీసుకుంటే డైరెక్ట్గా ఎన్ఐటి అండ్ ఐఐటి పీపుల్ విల్ బీ టీచింగ్ యూ. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, మీరు ఒకవేళ ఇదే 999 రూపీస్కి బయట కోచింగ్కి వెళ్ళాలన్నా, ట్యూషన్కి వెళ్ళాలన్నా కానీ it is very hard, right? 1000 rupees ki ippudu ever tuition iyatledu, right? And this, if you try to calculate in terms of money, per day you're just paying 2 rupees. So if you directly go there, you can directly enroll our course. So here you can see the enroll option which is being popping out. You can directly link click cheste you'll enroll. Okay, so thank you so much. Again we'll be meeting tomorrow. Ee roju malli we have a session for the chemistry at 3:30. So thank you so much. Stay tuned.